They make Ticks and Roses look like an angel. They make Ticks and Roses look like a saint. Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel, Ticking Together. As always, the goal of this channel is to provide education about and to raise awareness as to what it's like living with Tourette Syndrome. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Carly, I am 24 years old and I have Tourette Syndrome. I created this channel, Ticking Together, in hopes to make people who have Tourette's or tic disorders feel less alone, especially younger individuals, and to provide education, raise awareness, hopefully break the stigma, and I also really wanted to foster a very safe community for people with tics and Tourette's to embrace themselves, live authentically, and be wholeheartedly themselves. I got rice. And it's been amazing to see people come together on this channel, on this platform, to advocate for Tourette's and make the world for people with Tourette's a better place. However, with a platform such as mine, sometimes you get bad seeds. People who don't always understand that I'm trying to foster a safe community, people who go out of their way to bully and harass and belittle, and people who are not nice. And in today's video, I wanted to share a story of something that recently happened to me while also shedding light on TikTok's newest faker. But before we get into that, and if you would like to follow along on the journey of Ticking Together, please subscribe to my channel and ring that notification bell to stay tuned to all of my content. I would love to welcome you to this lovely community. As I said, sometimes in communities we find bad seeds. People who don't always follow guidelines and rules, people who go out of their way to be rude and harass and bully, and people who are just not good individuals, and sometimes they infiltrate really wonderful communities, like mine. This user for the past few months, honestly, it's been probably about a year, this user has been harassing me and my channel members, and has been a really bad seed, a really negative egg. in my community, and I wanted to address it once and for all to hopefully put an end to the hate we've been receiving. This individual is also faking their Tourette's. And I do have proof behind this. I won't get into it, but from things they have personally told me, they do not have Tourette's, and they are advocating on TikTok and other social media platforms, claiming to be the next greatest Tourette's advocate. And if you watch my channel, you guys know I am vehemently against fake claiming. I don't condone it. I feel, honestly, I debated making this video, but I'm making it to get awareness out there to hopefully protect my community, because I know what this person is capable of and what they have done. And so I often say I never want to accuse people of faking unless they've been proven guilty per se. And this person has been. However, I also often say I don't fake claim unless they're providing harm to the community or providing misinformation to the community, and this person is doing both of these things. This person has been nothing but a negative source in my life, and I wanted to showcase some of their videos now, showing you guys why their account is not okay, and I'm gonna get into the story of how they've been treating me and my community after that, but I'm just gonna insert some clips of their content and their channel to show you just how wrong this is.
You're freaking gay, hoes and bitches galore. Hey ho, what are you doing? I don't like you. Hey ho, what are you doing? Hey ho. Please don't do that. I think I already said the chickens died. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. Raw. Beans. Raw. Leave me alone, please. Leave me alone, please. Oh gosh. Penis. Hi, my name is Ross. I have a tic disorder and I'm going to try holding it. Hello. Knock, who's there? Knock, who's there? Look, penis.
From the things you've just seen, They are completely stigmatizing and mocking Tourette's, especially the water video where they claimed that their Tourette's causes them to pour water on their head in the way they did. All of this is completely fabricated. None of this is believable. And I have receipts, you guys. I have the valid tea. So this is TikTok's newest faker. Let's get into the story. I got rice of how they've literally harassed me and my community members for the past year. So this person, I honestly don't even know what their name is because of all the lies they've made up. From what I found, they claim their name is Joshua and they say that they're 19 years old. However, don't know because they've lied so much. They joined my Ticcing Together server on Discord last year and immediately started causing problems. However, I dealt with them very efficiently and got rid of them and banned them from the server. What they did was they would go into voice chat and start mocking and degrading people in my server who have valid Tourette's diagnoses, and they claimed that all of what they were saying was because of their Tourette's as well, which is a little fishy and we'll get onto that later on. But immediately they made people in my server feel very unsafe and very unwelcome, and they made people leave my server who I actually really enjoyed and appreciated. This person caused a lot of people who I really valued to feel so unsafe that they had to leave. Something that they did on my server very often is they would scroll up in the vent channel, find messages of someone who would type something months ago, highlight it, copy it, and paste it and send it as their own message. People became very suspicious of this because they noticed that messages they had typed word for word were being resent by this individual. And the individual claimed that it was because of their Tourette's and that they were dyslexic, that they couldn't type, and so they felt the need to steal and plagiarize people's words. This is the first red flag where I said, you know what, this person needs to leave my server. They're causing nothing but harm, and they've really made Ticcing Together unsafe. So I did ban them from my Discord community. Fast forward a few months later, they messaged me again on DMs saying that they would try really hard to be better because they really wanted community because they felt so alone in their Tourette's diagnosis. However, at the time I didn't know that they didn't have Tourette's, and I felt really bad because honestly, they gaslit me and they really made me feel guilty that I had banned them from my server when I really was justified to do so. So I let them back in after finding out how to unban their IP address. It really took a lot of effort on my part because I really wanted to give them a second chance. I got rice. So I let them in again and they ended up harassing individuals, mocking people in my channel, and just being a really awful individual that I had to ban them the next day. And they were really upset, and I mean, rightly so. They just got banned from a server they really liked, but it was their own fault and their own wrongdoing. Fast forward to a few months ago, I started my channel memberships, and I'm so grateful that you guys have supported me so much that I'm able to have channel memberships. And I've added really cool perks for you guys, such as one-on-one video calls for the Ticcing Together Platinum membership. Now, this person signed up for Ticcing Together Platinum memberships, which also grants them access to my private Discord server, which is a paid membership only Discord server. So now I'm terrified out of my mind because one, I'm obligated to video call with them, and two, they have access to my members only server and they're gonna bring their hate there, which they did. In December of 2022, so just a few months ago, I had my first video call with them, and it was the most uncomfortable, horrible experience of my life, and I was so uncomfortable and scared, honestly. This person looked like what you saw in the TikToks, and and on our personal call, they were hiding under their covers, whispering to me, saying their parents don't know they have Tourette's, so they have to be quiet. And I was very overwhelmed at first and kind of like taken aback, and I was like, how do your parents not know if your tics are so loud and obnoxious? Just thinking that in the back of my head. And that was red flag number one. I got rice. Red flag number two was they began to imitate my own tics and ask me to do tics for them, which, if you guys know, is a huge red flag in the Tourette's community. You don't ask people to do a tic for them. Like, that is so offensive, so insulting, and if they did have Tourette's, they would know that is not okay. They would ask me to say I got rice, and then they would say I got rice. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, I don't mean to trigger you, but like low-key they were meaning to. And anytime I would have a tic, they would immediately echo it, which echolalia, I mean, maybe, but honestly in the moment it just felt very forced and very exaggerated. The next thing that they did on call, which was very uncalled for was their mom or some adult woman came in the room and they would immediately hang up the call and get really scared when someone came in the room because they were ticking and apparently their parents don't know they had Tourette's when So they would call me back like 30 seconds later, like, sorry, my mom just came in, and I was like, and I'm like, this feels like you're sneaking around, like these calls are a privilege. And I forgot to mention, at the beginning of every call, I do like a rundown of the rules. So I always say like, hey, please don't record this call. The calls are 30 minutes long, no exceptions. And then I always end it with, these calls are a privilege and I have the right to decline or hang up at any given moment if you make me uncomfortable. Because if we're being real, I kind of knew this would happen with this individual. So I told them that. I did actually last the full 30 minutes. I got racing at the end of the call. We hung up, parted ways, and immediately after they texted me saying, when can our next call be? And my calls are monthly. I do them once a month, and that is how my membership works. Their one-on-one call with me made me so uncomfortable, and the things they told me were just really, really strange. They told me that they used to be an online troll and they're trying to be in recovery and overcome their online trolling. And they also told me that they're not diagnosed with Tourette's and their tics just started like a month ago. So these are all really kind of interesting things to be told on a call. And I was kind of like, okay, so you're not diagnosed with Tourette's, but your tics are kind of bad. You're imitating all of my tics. You're asking me to tick for you on camera. It was all so uncomfortable. The fact that their mom would come in and they would hang up, it kind of felt like I was in the wrong, and it felt like I was going to be in trouble if I was caught, which is so weird because realistically, they were paying for this call. It was weird. After that call, they would message me almost daily asking, when can I call again? When can our January call be? Like, I really want to call you again. Like, can we just chat? Like, I really like talking to you. And it became really scary because I was uncomfortable with them. I didn't appreciate our call. It made me feel really uncomfortable and scared because this person was mocking Tourette's for one, and for two, they were very contradictory with what they were saying about themselves. On some of their social media platforms, they claim to have been diagnosed years ago, whereas on the call with me, they said they're not diagnosed and their tics just started. So in my head, I'm kind of like, what's going on here? There's red flags, it's fishy, it's weird. So I messaged them in January saying I wasn't free until after the 20th of January because I was in California visiting my fiance, which was okay, like that's the truth, and I didn't have a free moment. I didn't have a free moment to call them during that time. And after that, they didn't message me until this month, February. And since they were a member of my private server, which is the only server of mine that they had access to, they started leaving really hateful comments, and I didn't get time to screenshot them all before they were deleted. But they basically started saying, I paid for this membership, sort it, like you're being so awful, like I need this call right now. And meanwhile, I was at the doctor, so I couldn't reply very fast. So I messaged them back when I could saying, you don't have to be rude about it, I will DM you. And they said, sorry, it's just I paid money. And I replied saying, it's true, but as I've said, your video calls make me very uncomfortable. I don't appreciate the way you treated me on the last call. And then I mentioned, this is the big thing, I mentioned, I will refund you if you want to cancel your membership. And then they said, what do I do once I can do it better from now on? In my opinion, I treated you perfectly. Then they started saying how they're gonna report me to YouTube as a scam. I said, I will refund you the money. I am not a scam. In my rules, I have the disclaimer that I've literally read to you on call saying video calls are a privilege and I have the right to decline. This was when they went absolutely haywire and started DMing me saying that I was a scam, and I just kept saying, if you want a refund, I will literally refund you the money. If you give me your PayPal, I will send you the money right now. And they started saying, you're gonna have my information and you're a scammer. I don't believe you, like you're such a hacker. Like, oh my gosh, I don't believe that you would ever give me my money back. And they said, YouTube will give me my money back. And I said, that's not how it works with memberships. It's already been processed and you can't get it back, but I'm willing to give you the money back. They just basically kept saying they're gonna report me as a scam, which I said, you're literally harassing me, blah, blah, blah. They really were harassing me and my channel members. They started messaging in my private server about my other members, really being mean to them too, and it was just a whole ordeal. Meanwhile, the whole time, this person doesn't even have Tourette's. I don't know why they're in my community. They're lying. They did say they were a troll, so I think they are honestly just being a troll again. They said they were in troll recovery. I mean, no. So anyways, I blocked them and I deleted them off of my members only server, and I told them, please cancel your membership. I'm done. Like, I'm done. And honestly, I was really scared to go on live streams or to go post videos because I know they have like 15 accounts, some of them being Damp90, Talking Ticks. Those are the two I can remember. But I was scared to go on my live streams because I knew they would come on and harass me, which they've been doing very often. Another one of their usernames is Davana McQueen. If you see them on my comment section, that's the person. So I became really scared and I put a lot of moderators on my YouTube channel and my Twitch stream because I was scared they were gonna show up. And guess what? They did. Talking Ticks came on my last live stream on Twitch and I immediately banned them, but I also had quite a few viewers on Twitch. And here's where it gets a little bit uncomfortable. My friend Tori, Why So Thirsty, is also a streamer. She's wonderful. And this Talking Ticks Damp90 Davana person, Joshua, started messaging people in Tori's community who were watching my stream. So Tori reaches out to me and says, what is this all about, with the screenshot of Talking Ticks messaging people in Tori's community and my community saying, so I hear you watch that scammer Ticking Together, we need to get her canceled, like she's such a fraud, blah, blah, blah. And they're honestly going out of their way to message anyone they can to try and get me canceled for something that they did. They've made so many people in my community uncomfortable. They've harassed me and others, and they've really, really made it horrible for me because I feel scared to go on lives because of, like I said, they have 15 different accounts. I can't ban 15 accounts by myself. So I'm scared to go on live because I know they're gonna come on and try and harass me more. I have banned them from my Discord, but I'm sure they'll find a way to get back in because they always do. And now they're claiming to be some perfect Tourette's advocate when they don't have Tourette's. Like a rice. And again, you guys know I don't like to fake claim, and I think this is the exception because they're causing harm to the community and they're mocking Tourette's as a disorder. And again, all of their information is completely awry. Like, there's nothing that makes sense. They claim to be diagnosed, then they tell me directly they've never been diagnosed. They don't have tics on camera, then they do. And the tics on their TikTok and their Instagram are completely fake. Like, there's nothing to say. Like, they make Ticcing Roses look like an angel. They make Ticcing Roses look like a saint. In their TikTok videos, Will and I noticed this, they also started imitating some of my tics, such as the punching the chest and the huh, and they've really taken coprolalia to the extreme. I got rice. It seems like all of their tics are swear words or socially unacceptable things, and they're just making a mockery of the disorder. So I don't know in what world they think they're an advocate, but they're not. And this is just a warning to you guys, if they join your communities, if you see this person in your online communities, be aware that they're not who they say they are. They're completely faking Tourette's. They don't have it, and it's honestly kind of comical how badly faked it is. Like, this gives Ticcing Roses a lot of credit. Ticcing Roses, if you guys don't know, is a Tourette's faker, and they did a lot of research compared to Talking Ticks or whoever this person is, Damp90, whatever their name is. I'm gonna call them Joshua, I guess. Again, I don't know their name because they have 15,000 accounts. But this person didn't do their research, claims to have Tourette's, and comes in and preys on people with Tourette's and their communities, trying to get in there and really, really be a bully, and they're not nice. And they've really damaged my community, and I'm trying to rebuild it and repair what they've done, but it's just terrifying. And this is TikTok's newest faker. So if you guys want to go see it for yourself, their TikTok username is JJBeans5545. I mean, you can see it for yourself. Their YouTube name is Talking Ticks. They've made a ton of platforms supposedly advocating for Tourette's when in reality they are completely making a mockery of it. And making it seem like people with Tourette's are completely chaotic and that all they do is swear and that they'll pour water on their head. Like, it's such a scam. Like, this person says I'm a scam. Like, hello? Have you looked in the mirror? So I'm frustrated, and I just wanted to make this video to get awareness out there that this person is out there, and just be aware they're faking Tourette's. They're infiltrating Tourette's communities and really, really putting divides in it. So just be careful if you are a Tourette's creator. Be careful of this person. I find it so strange how in all of their TikTok videos or any video they've ever made that they're just whispering and they're quiet, and that all of it is just very, like, hidden. Like it feels like they're hiding from everyone in their personal life. And I mean, as they've told me, their parents don't know they have Tourette's, which they've said they've been diagnosed, but they've also claimed they haven't been. So this person is just a mystery, but they are a Tourette's faker. And I don't appreciate people that make a mockery of my disorder and people that infiltrate my community and make people in my community feel scared and afraid. And people who harass me. Like, I don't appreciate being harassed, so yeah. I wanted to put an end to this and just to make you guys aware, which is why I made this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment down below saying hi, telling me what you would like to see in future videos, or letting me know if you've ever talked to this person, because like if you have, please be careful because they aren't who they say they are. If you're a Tourette's creator and you find them in your community, please don't be afraid to get rid of them because they've caused nothing but harm and are going to continue to cause nothing but harm. I don't believe that they're in troll recovery because they seem that they're being an ultimate troll in the Tourette's community, and I don't appreciate it. Again, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, Ticking Together, please subscribe and ring that notification bell to stay tuned to all of my content here. I post about educational content as well as some of my life stories of living with Tourette's and all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching this video. Again, we have uncovered a new TikTok faker, someone who I don't trust, and I hope that you guys can be safe and away from them because they've literally caused a lot of damage in my community and I don't want that for any of you guys. Thank you so much for watching. As always, we're learning together, we're laughing together, and we're taking together. Bye!